Hi everyone, I'm Deanne from Newfoundland and Canada. Welcome to my Flosstube channel, Stitching on the Rock. We're at episode 42. Hi everyone. If you're new, thanks for stopping by and checking out my video. Please think about subscribing. If you've been here for a while, I'm sorry I'm a week late. Life has been a bit crazy lately. In the 2 weeks after I posted my last video, between my son and I, we had 6 appointments. So there wasn't a whole lot of time to sit and stitch. So I thought I'd add a week to actually have a bit of progress to show you. Still not a lot, but I'm here. It's raining, foggy, dreary. Apologize for the lighting. Might help if I turned, oh no, it is on. I was going to say it might help if I turned my ceiling light on, but it's on, so it is what it is. Yeah, it's been nuts, to say the least, the last few weeks. We had our 2 weeks of false fall, as we like to call it here, where you wake up and it's 7-8 degrees, and by the time you get to 1 o'clock, it's 20 degrees, and you're like, why did I put on a sweater and jeans this morning? We've gotten past that. We are now actually into fall. Our highs are about 15 maybe, which if it was May, we'd all be thrilled. But it's September and we're all sad. What else has been going on with life? Well, our appointments. Aaron had no cavities at the dentist. He probably won't need glasses until he's 50, which is great. I don't know where he got those jeans because I can't see 2 feet in front of me without my glasses. So I'll be getting a new pair. And I'm at that stage in life where my new glasses will be great and really help me drive at night and really help me see, and I can't see here with my glasses on. So I need bifocals, but I'm not willing to go that far yet. I told him to talk to me in 10 years. So I spend most of my day stitching with my glasses off, which I just dropped them, and yet I can't see the camera very well. That explains the way my life has been going, and I apologize in advance. So, a couple of great mom moments. For those of you who haven't been here before or don't know me very well, I have a 16-year-old son. He has autism and ADHD. Academically, other than English, he's brilliant. English is a hard subject for him because he's very black and white, and English is very gray. But other than that, he's doing great. We had curriculum night the other night. Minor rant. I don't understand parents these days, or at least parents of high school students, because when I was in high school, I know my parents went to all the school things for, curriculum nights and parent-teacher interviews and all that, and everybody else's parents did too. We were in a class with his French teacher, and it was just his dad and I, which was great because we really got to talk to his French teacher. But like every other one we went to, there was 2, maybe 3 people besides us. And they wonder why kids do terrible in school these days. It's because the parents aren't involved. But anyway, rant over. But that wasn't the good thing. Talking to his French teacher, I ran into him actually one day. I had to pick Aaron up for a doctor's appointment before school ended. And he said that Aaron, who has had a student assistant pretty much glued to him since the first day of kindergarten, he's now going to French class at least a couple of times a cycle without an assistant. So the assistant drops him off at the class door, and Aaron goes through class by himself, and they pick him up and get him to the other class, which we thought was really great. But then Aaron told us that the way his busing and schooling and that all work is that he takes the special needs bus, or the adaptive bus. But he does all of the regular classes whereas a lot of the kids on the bus don't. So if he was getting the bus home, he would have to leave his last class 15 to 20 minutes early, which means he's losing that class time. And that's when teachers tell kids about assignments and things like that. So I pick him up in the afternoons. But every bus needs a student assistant. And so the student assistant that's with Aaron has to go on one of the buses. And one of the IRT teachers were coming in for the last 15 minutes or so, because Aaron is still leaving class a little bit early, about 5 minutes early. And then he goes and brings the Chromebook that he has in class down to the library, and then to his locker, and then out to my car. So the IRT would go through all of that with him. But now, he told me last week, once the assistant leaves, he's in the class by himself, and he gets to go to the library and bring his Chromebook and come out to the car all by himself, or go to his locker and out to the car all by himself without anyone with him. And that's a big deal, because Aaron would possibly roam off to another part of the school and try to go into another classroom if he saw a student he wanted to talk to. So that's amazing. Anyway, that's enough about our life and what's been going on. But I'm very happy, and we're very happy. So stitching. I have a couple of finishes. September, for those of you who don't know, I call September smalls, even though a couple of these are not exactly small. But I've already gone through all of this, so my stuff is a bit of a mess right now, and I have to find what I have. So first up, finish was a freebie from Punkin quilting blog. I'll link her below, and I'm sure most of you know who she is. It's called Sunflower Sampler, and I wasn't concentrating when I cut this piece of paper because it's very tiny. Here it is. Hopefully you guys can see it. There it is. So I'm going to turn it into a pillow. It's going to be a tight little pillow, but it's going to be a pillow. I have this lovely green fabric that I'm going to turn it into a pillow. And hopefully that will be FFO'd the next time I see you. Then my second FFO, or not FFO, FO, is, I pulled this out of a magazine years ago. It's from Cross Stitch Christmas 2001, and it is called Stocking with a Twist from the Twisted Threads. And this is the picture of what it's supposed to look like. I did leave part of it out. So hopefully you guys can see that. So I left the stars out. I didn't really like, I just thought it made it look cluttered. And so I just did the stocking part in the DMC. And I'm going to turn it into a Christmas ornament. And things are slip sliding around here. Where are we? Here it is. So this is it. So it's going to get turned into a Christmas ornament, hopefully before I see you guys next. And I'm just going to do it like a kind of flat folded and add some fabric on the back. So those were my two finishes. Next, my whips. First off, Whip Go. The first one was number 1, which for me was Sure Signs of Spring. No, First Signs of Spring. And I had that finished. So the next one in the series was that I'm doing is Strawberry Harvest. So those two little ornaments were just done on scraps that I had in my stash of fabric leftovers, and they were both 28 count. So Strawberry Harvest by Cottage Garden Sampling. This is my number 1 Whip Go. And this is done on a 36 count linen called Moon. Oh, hang on just a sec. No. I have all my cards here. I'll make sure I tell you guys the right thing. Strawberry. Strawberry harvest done on winter moon, 36 count winter moon. Then I re-dyed it with pearl gray, denim blue, and petal pink, I think it is. And here we are. So the border is all done except for the strawberries on that side. And it shouldn't take me very long to do those. And I can't wait to get it, the bird and the strawberry. I am thinking about leaving this motif out. It's not something that really appeals to me to just have something stuck there. So I may just leave it out and just do the bird and the strawberry. But I haven't 100% decided. So I'll stitch the bird and the strawberry and then decide whether I want to add that or not. So the next whip go was number 15. So I got my 3 days done on that one. And I only had 1 day done on It's Happy Halloween by the Sunflower Seed, and it comes from my Halloween collection 2011, which I've done about 5 things from this book in the last year, or working on them. I never done anything before that, but it is this one, which is not easy. Like, it's an easy stitch, and but it's hard because it's right on that, like, keeping the book open to follow the pattern is difficult. So it's done on a piece of 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed with orange pekoe tea, so it came out very orangey. And this is where I am. So I've just been continuing moving down the pumpkin, and I took the pumpkin, the orange that was supposed to be the veins, I guess, of the pumpkin, and changed it to a carnic, and I really like it. So I have another 2 days to do with this. I'll probably finish up the stem here and then continue down the pumpkin. Then I've been working on Santa Sarah's jumping jacks. I'm trying to decide, like, obviously I'm working on, I'll show it to you now in a second. I'm working on the pumpkin, so I got this guy finished. I just have to put in his eyes and his mouth and his stem and that. And obviously I do the moon and this down here, but I'm trying to decide if I'm going to actually do the words jumping jacks. I don't know. What do you guys think? Obviously it's there and they designed it, but I don't really think I need the words. Here we are. So this is done on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. I used a different type of tea, but it came out exactly the orangey color, and I didn't really want 2 pieces exactly the same, so then I threw it into aquamarine dye, and it actually didn't turn out too far off of the color that is in the pattern. And this little guy is done on what looks exactly like the color that I'm doing Happy Halloween on, which I did thought was pretty good. So then, and then finally I worked on, oh no, actually 2 more things. Next up for my smalls was from Durene Jones's Facebook page. Oh, I don't have the picture, but all it is the pattern. She has a ton of freebies on her Facebook page if you're looking for some free patterns. She has a group too, but the freebies all are on her page. This is Halloween Cat Biscornu. So I have 3 sides done of the cats in the border. I gotta fill in their, hang on, so I have to fill in their faces, their ears that go pink, and their eyes and that are white, and then there's some more little orange designs in the corners and a couple of orange little dots. Now there is no pattern for the back, just that you would do the border, but I think I might add in one of these little orange designs in the corners, so that when Now when that side comes up, you'll see the little orange design in the corner. And there's that. And hopefully that will be finished and fully finished before I see you again. And those are my smalls and things for September. But I also picked up, and I guess this is kind of a small because it's not a very big pattern. Well, let me see, what did I do with the cover page? Nope. Oh, sugar. I do have the cover page. 1 second. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, here it is, over here. And it's all wrinkled now. So it's 7 Swans to Rule Them All by Screaming Heart Designs. And I always, the last couple of times I've shown this, I've forgotten to say it was by. I've had to type it in. So it says 7 swans to rule them all, 6 geese to find them, 5 rings to bring them all, and in the pear tree find them. Which is a play on Lord of the Rings if you're not aware. So this was the piece of fabric that got voted on, the light green. And I'm doing it with Brin and Needles Pirate Glass, which is a variegated green, which is all wrinkled up. So there. Here we are. So I started in the middle, and whatever was inside my Q-snap is what I stitched. So we got 6 geese to find, 5 rings, and bring them. And so next time I put it in the Q-snap, I will probably move it so I can do the top row. And I know that if I just sat down and stitched it, it would only take a couple of days. But I get bored easily. And that is all my finishes and whips. And I have till the end of September to try and get as much of these done as I can. Then it's back to like a full coverage and non-full coverage wheel. I think that's about it. I just wanted to mention Flosstubers. I'm way behind. I'm at least 2 videos behind most everyone I follow. And I'm sorry. It's just been a crazy few weeks. I have added a few new people. I haven't watched anyone except for I have watched 2 out of the 3 videos that 2 Bay Stitchers have put up. They're 2 ladies from PEI, and I'm always about the Canadian Flosstubers, so I will put them below. And if you've ever been interested in finishing one of your pieces into a drum, and I have one that I want to finish into a drum, Helen D has just put up a video on how to make a drum. I haven't watched it yet. I'm behind on her, and I'm usually way up to date on hers. But I love her tutorials. She makes them very easy to follow. I have been following her tutorial on how to make a project bag, and I really enjoy it. And so I'll link that one below too. I think that's it, and I will see you guys again in a couple of weeks. I have a new video editing software, so hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to get this up pretty quickly. And yeah, bye.